Boom, we are live, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the Life as a Chad YouTube channel. I thank all of you guys for being here and all of those of you who are already subbed. We are making great progress in the only couple months that this channel has been up and running, and I am excited about the future here. So I thank you. I value the customer so much. And I thank all of you who are tagging along for this journey in clown world with me. Really quickly, I wanted to just talk about this Twitter situation with Elon Musk and, well, point blank, the Twitter situation. Now, full disclosure, I am not a big Twitter guy. I have never needed to be. For the simple fact that, in my opinion, the only reason to have Twitter is either to promote your business or to promote yourself as someone who is in the public sphere. But other than that, for normal people, the only reason to have Twitter would be to receive information, which is a big portion of what we will talk about today. Receiving information from the public marketplace of ideas. And that is why this is so critical. I will be the first to why it is so critical that Elon Musk buys Twitter, and why this is a potential watershed moment in American history. Okay. Now, I will be the first to admit, as a paleocon, that I have some reservations about how excited I am myself, or how much I think you should be excited with the potential of Elon Musk buying Twitter. I fully realize that it is possible that if he bought Twitter, that he would turn into a liberal, just like conservative judges who get into the Supreme Court become liberals due to the circles and the country clubs and the people that they surround themselves with. Now, here is an article from Outkick. Outkick is one of my favorite sites. Clay Travis is somebody who has influenced me a lot. His whole mindset, the way he looks at things. I would say that, me personally, I do not agree with every political stance he has, especially early on when he got into this sphere, so to speak. He kind of came in as a soft core liberal who had voted for Democrats in every single election besides this most recent one, in which he voted for Donald Trump. I think he may have even voted for him before that as well. But I do admire but now, present day, he is more conservative, definitely libertarian, but at the very least, I admire his balls, his tenacity, and his courage. I love that shit. And he is totally awesome. So here's an article from Outkick. We're not going to go through it, but let me tell you something. And this is somewhat based off of the video that I watched from him earlier. This is a big deal, because conservatives will be the first to tell you, and as a paleocon myself, I will be the first to tell you that it does matter who has control over the marketplace of ideas. Now, in a perfect world, there would be nobody in control of it. And in the early days of Twitter was basically a source of decentralized power, where people could retrieve information and gain power and influence away from the government, and have a say-so in American politics and world politics away from the government and the mainstream. Now, that is not the case. Now, Twitter is as corporate as it gets, and they have absolutely censored some of the most prominent conservatives, and yes, They have thrown in a few liberals here and there just to say, see, we we censor liberals too. Okay, but don't fall for that bullshit. It is complete and utter bullshit. Don't fall for it. They rarely censor liberals. It is almost always conservatives. And, I guarantee there's going to be some libtard who comments on this video and says, show me the data. Show me the data. Fuck it. I don't care. To me, anybody who is logically minded can see this as an occurrence. Now, I don't want to get too far down that. The bottom line is Twitter is a decent portion of the public sphere, the marketplace of ideas. I would also throw Facebook in there, but in a different way, and YouTube. But Twitter is definitely its own unique source of influence in the marketplace of ideas. And let me further go down this hole here. This last election, 40,000 votes separated Arizona, Georgia, and Wisconsin in the presidential election. And you cannot honestly tell me that if Twitter did not exist, that would have happened again. I mean, if we go back to that night, Twitter was silencing conservatives left and right. They were pushing forth the narrative that Biden was the winner. And in a situation where the margins are so slim. Now, by the way, the margins should have never been that close, as if Trump just did what he was supposed to do, he would have won by a fucking landslide. But in a thing or a situation where the margins are so slim, every piece of advantage matters. It counts. And like I said, in this past election, Georgia, Wisconsin, and Arizona were separated by 40,000 fucking votes. That is so slim, it's stupid. And the other main point that I want to make here over the importance of Twitter and kind of having it revert back to how it used to be, or at the very least, not having it go down the pipe that it is going down, is the reality that Twitter plays a major role in America's society, at the very least, politics. And you see this has never been more pronounced than by the sheer force and levity that the left is trying to hold on to Twitter. They are trying to hold on to it with dear life because they know how powerful a tool it is towards their power. They know. Also, some more information on this is, and this was reported by Clay Travis, is that the Securities Exchange, the SEC, and some more of the government entities are gearing up to investigate Tesla and Elon Musk in some of his business dealings. Okay, and to me, that is a perfect example of the united power that all of these elites have. And, in fairness, I don't want to categorize all of the elites as just leftist individuals, because it's not. It's also the rhinos. I mean, there's a lot of people that make it up. Okay, it is. But they are united. Twitter, the people at Twitter know how powerful it is towards securing their worldview and the people that they want in power. Therefore, they do not want Elon Musk to take over because he is not as extreme as the current owner of Twitter is. They need it to stay the exact same way with Dorsey or whatever the fuck his name is. They need it to stay the exact same. And you can see the flow and the connectedness of power by them knowing that, and then talking to their fellow powerful individuals and saying, you need to start an investigation on Elon Musk immediately so that we can put a blockade in front of Elon Musk buying Twitter. And I think that's the main story here. I think that is the main story to take away here, is that these people are not about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't know you. They don't care about you. They think that they are better than you. And they have a full-blown connection of power together. 100%. They are linked at the hip. What's good for Twitter is good for the current regime. And what's good for the current regime is also good for Twitter. This is mind-blowing to me. This is absolutely mind-blowing to me. And it is critical that Elon Musk and or him and some partners are able to buy Twitter. Because if things don't change soon, we are fucked, folks. We really, really are, because it is becoming more and more tight and clusterphobic by the powers that be when it comes to the exchange of ideas and the exchange of information. They don't care about being right. That's why they don't want to compete in the marketplace of ideas, because they don't care about being right. And some of them don't even necessarily think they're right, because they know they would lose. They just care ultimately about securing their power, not about being right, about securing their power. And they will do whatever it takes to ensure that they do just that. Never forget that. It's not about Democrat or Republican. It's not about any of that, even though, yes, leftists are terrible. Okay. It is about, and it's not even about them being right or wrong, because they don't care. It is always about them maintaining power. All right, folks, thank you guys so much for watching. Be apprised of this situation. Keep watching, and let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think Elon Musk would actually do good for the American people when it comes to buying Twitter? Is this a really, really big moment in American history? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, because, well, subscribing makes you feel fucking good. At the very least, like, comment, share. You know the drill. I will see you pussies later. DBAP, don't be a pussy willow. In fact, your feelings don't matter. Love y'all. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.